I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Hello. Welcome, guys, to my new home. What the heck is Jeff sitting in front of? Yes. Shh. It's IKEA. I know. I had to open the doors because the lights were glaring in. Hi, everyone. Welcome into Old Hadley Vintage. I am so glad to see you guys. I've missed you all so much. I really have. It's been it's been a very long month, I should say, and even longer than that, because I was doing a lot of this before you guys even knew. Doing a lot behind the scenes, moving into my new home. So I'm glad to be here. Chris is not here tonight with me with Toby. Chris is at his house with Toby. So, but he is moderating, so he is here. You will hear his voice. And
I
I
am
think
the
he shut the
voice.
music off already.
I did automatically, as requested.
Okay, music is off. Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to just say a quick hello to everyone. I see Aaron just popped in. Hi, Aaron. How are you, bud? Good to see you. Harvey, how are you? Chris, you're loud. You got to lower your volume. See, Justine, how are you, hon? Thank you guys. I appreciate all the good wishes about my new house. Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here. Feels great to be not attached to other people in condo life. Let me tell you. Anna Maria Island Gal, how are you, honey? Lisa Smith, hello. Let's see. Bill, how are you, bud? Prayers
Okay,
for
how am
Bill,
I?
everyone. He's doing wonderful. Those prayers are working, so keep Bill in your prayers. You want to do a test, Chris? You want to say hello?
Yeah, how am I now?
How is that, guys? Is Chris okay now? Is he too loud? Am I too loud?
Yeah, hold on. Let me go down just a little bit more.
Yeah, let us know because this is all new to me. Lighting is different. That's why I had to open these doors because you could see the light above me in the reflection of the door, the glass doors behind me. Little did I think of that earlier. So, yeah. Karen K, how are you, honey? Good to see you. Dana Grace, good to see you. Tina, good to see you, hon. I hope you're feeling better. Let's see, we got here. Who else we have? Who else we got? Judy Coggins, how are you, hon? Amy Whitmore, Amy, she's at work and watching and listening. Okay. All right. Good to see everybody. I think I said hello to everyone. And Heather Gibbs, hello, hon. That's all the way to the top, so I'm going to scroll all the way back. Did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't miss anybody. I was scrolling so fast. I think I'm Betty Mack. How are you, Betty? I'm so glad to be back too, Betty. And Betty, the other night, I think you had said something about the picture, and I called you Helen. I don't know why I changed your name from Betty to Helen. I don't know where that came from, but anyway. Dreamboat Andy, how are you, hon? JR, how are you, buddy? You stopped hacking down a stump in your yard to check in. Oh, well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Sandra Fish, how are you, hon? Lisa Jens, how are you? 1MS Bucket, how are you? Oh, I'm so glad to see you guys. I missed you so much. I'm so glad to be back, finally. Sound is fine. Good. I'm so glad. Thank you for all the well wishes. I appreciate that. Yeah, back in the saddle again. Now that I'm closer to your job, I expect to see you stopping in maybe with Toby. Okay. Karen Gagnon, how are you, hon? Elena, how are you? Elena Cunningham, how are you, dear? Oh, I'm so glad to see everybody here. Den 1013, how are you? And if you guys have changed your name or anything and it's somebody who's normally here, please let me know. Or if you're new, please let me know as well. And Comatose but here, Elaine. Okay. Well, you just curl up on the couch and watch if you want. I know you had a busy day today, Elaine. I'm glad to hear that, Alina. That's so great. I'm glad you're well. Cindy, how are you? I did not move states. I just moved a little bit away from where I was before. So I'm just a town away. Still Hadley vintage, if you know what I mean. Still old Hadley vintage. So,
So just doing another quick sound check on my end.
oh, I have a hard time hearing you, Chris. Let me put you up here. Okay, there. I put you up, so now I can probably hear you now. Are you still there, Chris?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I had a
Okay.
good old YouTube change things again, so I had to make some modifications. If I toggle
Yeah,
for some
YouTube's
reason,
changed a lot, unfortunately, and
yeah.
they're going to be changing even more since I guess they're having some problems. But hey, I'm so glad you're visiting. I know a lot of you guys missed me, and I really appreciate that. I missed you guys too, and I'm so glad I can be back on Sunday. Next Sunday is Easter, however. I won't be here on Easter. So just I know I come back one week and then all of a sudden poof, he's gone again. But then I'll be back full steam ahead after that. So um, because Pamela, darling, how are you, Pam, sweetheart? Oh, my dear Pam. Guys, please keep Pam in your prayers. I wish I had your link to your GoFundMe, Pam. We're gonna all remember you in your prayers, in our prayers. And Joan Clavier, how are you, hon? It pops up really slow, guys, on my screen in front of me because I'm looking down at my laptop in front of me. So things pop up slow. Slow. That was a lot of fun last night, Pam. You and Kelly are a riot. Wags Little Fry, what kind of clock is in the cabinet behind you? The clock right here? That's a clock I actually got from Scott quite a while ago. I believe it's a General Electric, if I'm not mistaken. I just haven't had a chance I just put it up there tonight. Yeah, it's an old General Electric clock from the 40s. And I set it to 8 o'clock just to remind me, hey, I started at 8 today. But it's not plugged in yet, so. But yeah, it's an old General Electric clock. Eventually it's gonna go in my bedroom, but slowly unpacking things and setting things up, so it's taking time, as you guys know. Not only packing is rough, but unpacking is rough too. So woof to Toby. Toby is over at Chris's house tonight. So yep, so he's hanging out over there. So you like the little lamp, Tina? Yeah, isn't it cute? Do you guys know what kind of shade that is? Let's see if we'll test your knowledge and see if you guys know what kind of shade that is. And if you're familiar with the Golden Girls, they actually had a larger version of that in the back of on the set, in the back portion of the living room. Joan got it. Yeah. Elena got it. Yep. Capiche shell, right? Capiche shell shade. Yeah. Yeah. Tiny little shade. Yep. Capiche. Yep. Yep. Pam got it. Yep. Yep. And Betty likes my clock. Yeah. I love that. I love that clock too. Gotta plug that into the bedroom. So glad to have you guys here. Thank you all for popping in. I really appreciate you. Um, Judy Coggins, hello. Yes, Capiche. So, guys, I've got quite an assortment of different things tonight. A lot. Did you guys see my short that I posted with that Fenton piece? Holy Christmas cats. Can I just say that on Palm Sunday? Wow. I was blown away when I looked it up. Laura, how are you, Circle 7? Um, yeah, it is absolutely wild. Um, yeah, I could not believe that Fenton piece. So, woo, it blew my mind. Um, yes. Did you look it up, Elena? Oh my goodness. Why, little did I know. And that was a thrifted find at Goodwill. So I was very, very happy to see that. Yeah. So hopefully you guys saw that. It'll be coming up. It's coming up. I'm going to have it listed for sale. So it will be here. So you'll get to see that. So in the meantime, in between time, don't we have fun? Yes, we will. Tonight we're going to have a lot of fun, guys. Be sure to give me a thumbs up because I haven't had any thumbs ups in a while. Oh my gosh, it feels so weird to ask for thumbs ups. And during the week, if you get a chance, pop in, check out the video, and in the comments section, slide the comments section over and give me a hype. Hype my videos, and then that pushes me out to some more folks and helps my channel to grow. I noticed while I was gone for a while, I lost a couple of subscribers. So I'm sorry to those of you that unsubscribed because you thought my channel was dying off slowly, but I'm not. I'm here. I'm more than well and healthy and kicking here. But I moved into a new home, and so I'm trying to reestablish my life here now, and yeah, it's going well so far. So I did what I could to get a show together tonight for you guys. I think I did a pretty good job, considering that I had to go through some boxes and dig and unwrap things, and stuff is still boxed up. I have not had a chance to unbox a lot of my stuff that I've thrifted and resell, my resale items, but I did what I could, and I think I got a great assortment for you tonight. So I think we're gonna have some fun. Just to let you know, Goodwill, wow, they missed putting that on their auctions. They sure did, Lisa. Oh, Lisa, they missed it big time. I lucked out. Yes, I walked in and I ran right over that. Yep, yep. I couldn't believe it. They must have just put it out. Um, I paid up a little bit for it because you know how the Goodwill is. But wow. Whew. But it was on a regular shelf. It wasn't behind the counter or anything. I was surprised. I was shocked. So in case you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe. It is free. Subscribing is just, following me on my channel. Has nothing to do with paying or anything like that. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing because that helps my channel to grow. Um, and now, as far as bidding goes, bidding is done in the chat. If you're interested in an item, everything I have here is an offer up. We're going to start at a price. Chris is going to put the price of the item in the chat, and we're going to go up from there. Now, the way you bid is in the chat. Watch the bids. Now, there's lags according to people's computers and devices and iPads and iPhones and Androids and all this stuff. So be aware that your bid may get thrown off if you're not watching those bids in the chat. It's very important. And keep refreshing the feed and make sure you're in all messages and in what's the other one, Chris? I keep forgetting it. All messages and
Excuse me. Live chat, all messages.
live chat, all messages. So make sure you guys are in live chat and all messages. All right. If you guys have any questions about any item I'm showing, if I forget to tell you a size, or maybe if you're curious who the maker is or whatever, just feel free to ask it in the chat. If I miss it, Chris will alert me. He is watching the chat. And if you guys see it before he does, just alert me with some fingers up or whatever, and I'll scroll up and I'll check and see what folks have asked. All right. So once we do the bidding, I'm going to talk a little bit about the item. I'm going to count it down from 10 to stop. When I say stop, Chris is going to put the stop in the chat. And the highest bid before the stop, Chris is going to do a refresh. That is going to be the winner. All right. And then we'll call it the winner. We can congratulate him or her. And what we'll do is let me see. Was there something I was just gonna? It just popped in my head now. Oh yeah, as far as tonight goes, guys, I did not have a chance to get any giveaways. I'm so sorry. You guys know I usually love to give you guys giveaways, and unfortunately, I don't have any giveaways because I had to go through boxes and boxes today just to find what I have here. So be aware that next time I have a sale, I'll have some extra giveaways for you guys, right? And I'll try to make them really good ones too. But I think you'll enjoy these items that I'm bringing you here tonight. Now, as far as shipping goes, shipping is not included in the price. I use Pirate Ship to get you guys the best rate. And now, depending upon where you live in the country, the price may be different. So be aware that if you live further away, now I am in Western Massachusetts. So if you're farther than where I am, the pricing might go up. I try to get the cheapest pricing I can, whether it's UPS or USPS, and that will be added onto your item. Now, all of your items are paid through by PayPal. I accept PayPal. Now, if you don't have PayPal, I can still bill you as a guest. So feel free to bid on anything freely, and I can bill you as a guest. If you're new and you have not purchased anything from me in the past, I would need your full name, your address with your zip code, and I need your name in the chat, and I also need your real name so that I can send the items to you. And also in that email, I want you to let me know whether or not you have PayPal. And if you don't, I can just bill you as a guest. It's very, very simple. Okay. And again, any questions, shoot me an email. My email is right here. You guys know I'm very receptive to emails. I respond right away to all of my emails. So don't ever hesitate to shoot me a question, no matter what it is. Even if you're looking for specific items, feel free to send me a message, and I'll keep my eye out. And I have a little note thing on my phone, and when I go into like an antique shop or a thrift store or a whatever multi-dealer shop or wherever I am, I always keep my eyes peeled for certain items that people are looking for, including records. You guys know I like to bring records. Didn't have a lot of records tonight. Why? Because I could not find my records. I found one, but I don't know what I did with my record collection. It's buried, I think, in the garage with all of these other boxes. But I pulled out one anyway, so we'll go with that. And I also have a set of tapes, which I think you'll find interesting too. So somebody might be interested in this. Um, but yeah, shoot me an email. Let's see here. As far as cold weather, I don't have to warn you guys about that anymore. But usually, what I do is tell you if it's really cold where you are, be aware when you're opening up your boxes so the items don't crack or break. Let your items come to room temperature before you open your boxes. But now that things are warming up across the country, I don't really think we need to worry too much about that. All right. And I think that's it, Chris. Am I forgetting anything? I will say this, if there's anything that does not sell, anybody that's watching this after the fact, after the show is over, if you're watching it on rerun and there's something that hasn't sold, shoot me an email and we can do a deal right through email. What I'll sometimes do is at the end of the show, anything that didn't sell, I'll put it in the comments section below the video and I'll let you know exactly the items that didn't sell and how much they started at. So if you're interested, shoot me an email, and then as those items sell, I'll just cross them right off the list. Right. So I'm
Yeah, I
not
would
sure if anybody
say
new has. Go ahead,
uh,
Chris.
you asked me a question. So I would say we're not sure if there's a any type of lag with this new setup that we have because the new house has fiber optic, which is a lot faster than the old place, which is great. So we're hoping
Mhm.
that, as you can see, the video is much better. So we're hoping that we won't have as
Mark
much
and Mike.
jitter and lag. So
Hi, Gypsy
again,
Moon.
just account for that while you're doing your bids and whatnot.
Yeah, just keep that in mind, the lag, that unfortunately that's always going to be there. So be aware of that. Florida Cemetery Channel, how are you, honey? How are you? How are you? You're at the Yacht Club Steakhouse for dinner. Yum. Have a bite for me. You enjoy it. Kara Rimal, how are you, honey? Good to see you. And if I missed anybody, please forgive me. Oh, I hope you enjoy Florida. I hope you have a great meal. Oh, Chris and I love that place, don't we, Chris?
Did we eat
No,
there
it's a
before?
one.
I don't think we ever ate the
The
steakhouse.
yacht club. Yeah, maybe.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting it
no.
confused with the boathouse.
It's on the list
Yacht,
though.
boat, same thing.
Definitely on the list.
But I hear that place is fantastic too, Florida. We haven't eaten there. I'm sorry. I haven't. I take that back. I'm sorry. I thought we did, but we have not eaten there. That's over at the yacht club. Yeah. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna
Yes,
tweak
we
my
will be
volume just a
coming
little
down
bit.
soon. I cannot wait. We need to plan a Florida trip soon, definitely. And especially after this move that I just had. Oh, I told Chris, I said, I need a day of like I need like a spa day of just like a pedicure. Yes, I get pedicures, not with painted toenails, but I get a pedicure. I think all guys should get pedicures. Let me tell you. They massage your feet, they get all the yuckies off your feet. They soften up your feet, and I'm telling you, you feel like $1,000,000. Even Chris's dad used to love those. So Chris and I like to do that. But like even like a facial and just a full massage and just I just need like a whole day of that. A whole day of beauty. I'll paint my front door red and change my name to Elizabeth Arden.
All right.
Virginia, hello, how are you, honey? Thank you again, Virginia. You're such a sweetheart. That was very nice of you. Thank you.
So
Yeah, the
Jeff, we got
boathouse
100
is
and
our favorite too.
we got 104 people. You want to get started? It's 8:20.
Welcome in, everybody. Okay, your brother gets pedicures. That's awesome, Annie. They're great. I'm telling you. All right, guys. Well, let's get into this. Let's do this. Okay. I know it's been a while, right? I could chat with you guys all night. All right. So, Chris, could you put $20 on the screen, please? I have some Cambridge. Does anybody like amethyst glass? This is circa 1930s amethyst glass. This is a Cambridge piece, and this is called their 3400 line. They didn't really have a name for it. Now, these came either with a lid or without a lid. Now, if this came with a lid, well, the lid is long gone. Now, can you use it without the lid? Of course you can. Look at how beautiful this is. You could put nuts and M&Ms, you could put peanuts and peppermints, whatever you want in it. Put your keys, you can put your change, you can put your earrings or whatever on your dresser, especially if you like amethyst. This amethyst, I know it looks brown in this light, but it is a beautiful light purple color. It is a beautiful color, and it's in phenomenal, phenomenal shape. And it is by Cambridge. It is made by Cambridge. Now, Cambridge usually marked a lot of their things, but for some reason, this one here does not have anything here that says Cambridge. Usually, they used to mark it with a little C in the middle, but there is no mark on the bottom. There's the bottom. But it does have a few little scrapes and scratches, which is normal from wear. So, circa 1930s, beautiful amethyst glass. Some people like it, some people don't. This is the lighter amethyst, which actually looks purple. The darker they go, it would turn into that black glass that we all like. And this is really, really pretty. Especially, I figured with spring and summer coming up, some people like to have these more pastel-y, purpley type of colors. So I thought this was really, really pretty. Yeah. All right, so it looks like we have a bid or two in there. So I think we are going to start a countdown, guys. So if you're interested, get your bids in there. All right, we're going to count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. 3400 line. And some of these were etched too. They would etch them, but this is just simply plain. There's no etch on this at all. The etches are nice, but I like the plain too.
Okay.
Hi, Jenny. How are you? Oh my goodness, Jenny, it seems like forever. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. I hope everything's good with you, Jenny. I'm so glad to be back.
All right, we got Sherry Howard for 20, 20.
Sherry for 20. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that, hon. Thank you very much. You are going to love that. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful dish and it's in impeccable condition. All right, next up I have, oh, this I showed you guys this the other night when I had my little fireside chat. Um, I love this piece so much. It's so cute. Unfortunately, it has that little the paint chipped off on the bottom, but who cares? It's adorable. You know what? Go to Michael's or whatever and get some paint and dab it up and it's fine, right? Chris, 14 on the screen, $14. Look at this cute little tray. Is this not adorable? With the fireplace, with the fireplace, the barbecue grill, and then you got the little barbecue table down here. I can just imagine some baked beans in that little pot there, and they got the oil and vinegar or salt and pepper on the table there, and then they're cooking up something good on the grill. Can you imagine? And like I told you, it reminds me of the I Love Lucy show. Remember when Lucy and Ethel decided to rip the grill apart because Lucy lost her ring? Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite episodes. And I saw this little tray and I just thought this was so cute. Now this is a made in Japan piece. So it's like a ceramic-y, porcelain-y kind of a thing. I wouldn't even know what the heck material they would have used. Maybe porcelain, but it is made in Japan. The mark is right there. And it has that little bit of it's smooth on the bottom, but around the edges on the inside here it's a little rough, so but it won't scratch your furniture or anything. And then I'll show you that little area on the bottom. See that little spot right there? Let's see if I can get in the light. There's a little bit of shadows, so sorry guys. See that right above my finger right here? Is that tiny? It's just a fleck from the paint that came off. But
How
other
big
than
is it,
that,
Jeff?
from a distance, you don't even see it. What, Chris?
How big is it? Do you have an estimate
Oh,
on
I'm
size?
sorry. I did, and I measured stuff too. It's
Great.
so it's 9 3/4 inches by 6 3/4 inches. So 9 3/4 inches by 6 3/4 inches. And here's the little handles. See, they have little handles, and it has that little gold accent that goes all the way around it. And it's so cute, to put on like even on your, like your barbecue table or whatever. Or if you're serving something, I don't know, what could you put on this for deviled eggs? Here I go with the deviled eggs again. And of course, perfect time of the year, right? Put your deviled eggs for a barbecue on here. How awesome would that be? Put your hot dogs on here. There you go. Why not? Oh, you could put sliced cucumbers on here. I love just fresh cucumbers with salt and pepper. How perfect. All right, so we're going to count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Yes, all those pickles. 4, 3. Very mid-century. Yes. 2, 1, and stop. Virginia, you're making me hungry. All I had today was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I didn't feel like cooking anything. I haven't really cooked
Jeff,
anything yet in the new house, so.
you should have had a fish. Made yourself a nice
Oh,
fishamajig or
fish? I
something.
don't know how many fish.
You go out to the store and you buy some.
I didn't feel
Um,
like leaving the house today. I had too much to do. Okay.
Hold on, my
Is that a
feed
pass,
got.
Chris?
I'm waiting. My feed got stuck.
Okay. While you do that, I'm gonna take a sip of water.
You do that. That is a pass.
So that's a pass. We'll bring that back at the end, guys. All right, next up, I have a really cool aluminum. Chris, $8 on the screen. Now, this came as a full canister set, but I have just the coffee, my favorite beverage. But I don't have any here tonight because I had enough today to drink already. Um, but here it's made by West Bend and it has the coffee on the front. So if you're looking for just a coffee canister, now the inside, it is impeccable. Look at how clean this is. You ever seen anything so clean? Look at that. Not a stain, not a, I mean, it's just like, it's brand new. I couldn't believe how clean this is. Um, the lid has a couple of like little spot things there, but it could be just dried water when I washed it. But the only issue that it has is the top. The top is very worn. Why? Because it's enameled, so it tends to fleck off a little bit. But you know what? It's okay. A little bit of the flecking is okay because it adds some character to it. And it's made by West Bend, so it says West Bend in the middle on the handle. Hopefully you guys can see that. I know the lighting, I have to get used to the lighting in this room, or we're going to have to figure out lighting better. But it does say West Bend
You got to angle
right
it
there.
more towards the closet like we talked about. Yeah, there you go.
Hopefully you can see that. And then it also says it on the bottom too, West Bend. So if you're looking for something for coffee, like fresh coffee, made in USA, West Bend, there you go. See it there. Or just your coffee pods for your Keurig. I don't have a Keurig, so I always forget the name of it. But yeah, what a great little thing. Now, as far as its size goes, it is 6 1/4 inches tall. All right, and on the top, it's 5 1/4 inches wide. 6 1/4 inches tall, and it's 5 1/4 inches wide. So it just has that little wear on the top, the enamel. But that's okay. Again, it's old. It's probably from the 60s, and it's been loved. So, and the bottom has, the scratching from rubbing on the counter, which is fantastic.
Does it
So
have
I'm
a
not sure if
seal on the
anybody's
top part of
interested.
the lid,
I'm,
Jeff?
the what? I'm sorry?
Does it have a seal on the top of the lid, or is it just
No,
one
it
of
does
those
not.
compression?
It actually just fits on just very gently. That's why I
Okay.
figured the coffee pods, those for your Keurigs,
K
or
cups.
even
Yeah.
even sugar packets would
Yep.
be good in here. But if you
Okay.
want something that's airtight, I know what you're talking about as far as that airtight, it's not. So, but if you
All
keep
right.
your coffee in the refrigerator, some people do, this would be fine, you know. So, all right, so we're gonna count. Looks like Florida's in at 8, and we're gonna count this down. 10, 9. Hi, December Snow Angel. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. I think it's cute. And you can collect the other canisters, the sugar, the tea, flour. Yeah, sugar, tea, and flour, I think are the other ones that go with that. And they all fit inside of one another. But that's the
Right.
only one that I
Or like
saw
NC
at the
NC Coast fan was saying, just put the whole coffee bag inside of it too, as for storage. That works.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right too. Yeah, exactly. Just fit the whole coffee bag right in there and just undo the coffee in the morning and scoop it out. Right. And you
Yep.
can actually, it'd be a good vessel to hold your coffee measure, stick it alongside the bag. Perfect idea. Yeah, great idea. Yeah.
All right. We got Florida for 8.
Florida free. Thank you, Florida Golden Girl. I appreciate that, sweetheart. Okay. That's a cute little thing. And even giving it as a gift, fill it up with something and give it as a gift. Remember that. I always, we got gifts coming. We got Mother's Day coming up, Father's Day coming up. I know I'm rushing it, but people like plan ahead. All right, guys. The only record I have tonight. Can you believe this? And thanks to our dear friend Mario, who unfortunately cannot be with us tonight. He actually messaged me earlier. He said he regrets that he cannot come to the show tonight because I guess he has some plans tonight. So he messaged me and he gave me some info about the record as he's really up on his record. So Chris, can I have $8 on the screen? We have Andy Williams. A lot of you like your Andy Williams records. Well, here's Andy Williams, The Days of Wine and Roses. And there he is with his cardigan sweater. Andy Williams. The record is in phenomenal shape, does not have a sleeve on it, so I have to put a sleeve on it for you, which I found my sleeves after I was packing them. Um, and this record is in really, really good condition. Really good condition. Columbia Records, high fidelity. And again, I will put a sleeve on it before it goes into the jacket again. Okay. And really nice record. And so now some of the songs on here, Can't Get Used to Losing You. Now, that particular one, now I was told by Mario to give you the information. So, The Days of Wine and Roses was a popular movie in 1962, and Jack Lemmon and Lee Remick were in this movie. I guess it was a like a romantic type drama. Okay. And the song in it was The Days of Wine and Roses. All right. So Andy Williams caught wind of that and said, Hey, I'm going to do a recording. And so that's what he did. So he did this in 1963. And the number two song that's on it, that Can't Get Used to Losing You, was actually the number two. It was number two on the charts for the longest time. So it's another very famous song as well that Andy did. So very, very nice. And then there's some of the other songs. I'm going to hold it up for you so you guys can see it. I'm going to move it over. So there we go. Days of Wine and Roses, Falling in Love with Love, My Coloring Book. What Kind of Fool Am I? I Left My Heart in San Francisco and My Liver in Albuquerque. I really don't want to know. You are my sunshine. Oh, my grandma used to sing that to me when I was little. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. It's most unusual day, exactly like you, and May each day. Produced by Robert who? Robert Mercy. And other TV requests. And there he is in the back with the studio audience. So I'm not sure if we have any interest in that, but they were alcoholics, sad, but a great movie. Yeah, that's what Mario said too. Mark or Mike. I'm not sure if that's Mark or Mike or both you guys, but yeah, that's what Mario said. He said it was a sad movie, but it was really good. So I've yet to watch. I've never seen it, so I'll have to watch it. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I won't dare ask Chris to watch it because he doesn't like watching old movies. But it's from the '60s, but I don't know if I can get him to watch it. But we'll see. All right, so we'll count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. I'm more of an old soul than Chris is. So thank you, Mario. I'm sure he's watching this on replay for the notes that he told me to tell you guys. So compliments of Mario,
That is a
also known as
pass.
M Rob.
That's a pass, Jeff.
That's a pass? Okay, thank you. All right, guys, no problem. All right, guys, I got some linens. Anybody like linens? I think Virginia likes linens. Look at this. Chris, could you put $12 on the screen? This is gorgeous. Now, the size is 34 inches by 34 inches. So this would fit on a very small table. Look at the colors on this. Is this not beautiful? Look at this. I'm going to hold this up for you. Oh, and it has a tag on it too. What does the tag say? Made in China. Sorry, guys, but it's still beautiful. Hey, as you know, I'm always honest. I'm not going to lie and say, oh, I don't know what it says. Of course it is. Of course I'm going to tell you. But it's still gorgeous. Look at this. Is this not beautiful? Isn't that pretty? It's actually very well done. And look at the edging on it. Look at the edge. Is that not beautiful? You guys see that? With the ribbon that goes through it? Isn't that pretty? I just thought this was absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. I hope I don't hit my bookcase behind me. So it's 34 by 34 square. Absolutely stunning. And even on a table, like if you have like a white tablecloth and you put this diagonally on your table in your dining room, just kind of like thrown over. Like, can you imagine how pretty that would be? Even if you have a round table, a little tiny round table, you can put it on that and just have it draped down like that. Really pretty. But I thought the colors were absolutely gorgeous and very springy. They look like forget-me-nots. And that's going to be kind of a theme tonight because I got something else that has forget-me-nots on it from Germany. But I thought the trim on that was beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the trim. Isn't that pretty? I thought it was beautiful. So if you have a table that would actually fit on that, perfect. Or even just, you could even do this and throw it over a chair or the back of your couch. There's so many things you can do with stuff like this. Wear it as a shawl. Why not? Wear it as a shawl. The heck? You know? I mean, it's really pretty. I mean, it's just gore. I just love the edge on it though. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? With that ribbon that goes through it. It's just so elegant. I don't know if that was put on after the fact or if it was put on when it was originally made or what. Can't really tell. Might have been put on after the fact, you know? But, you know, I thought it was really pretty. So it's my only linen tonight. So we will count it down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Oh, Jason popped in. Hi, Jason. How are you, bud?
Eric popped into.
Huh?
I said Eric popped into. He was
Eric popped in
driving.
too. Hi, Eric.
Ah, 1 second. Mhm.
And Heidi, how are you, Heidi? You got a new
I've got.
electric recliner. Nice, Heather. Nice.
I got Kentucky Digger Stay for 12.
All right. Thank you, Kentucky Digger Steve. I think that's Tina, though. Thank you very much, Tina. I appreciate it, honey.
Maybe he bought it for her as a
Or maybe
present.
he bought it for. Well, Tina said
Present.
earlier that she was on his thing, so
Oh,
under
okay.
his name. So I think it's Tina. So hey, PA Buzzard, how are you? All right. So let's see what we got here, guys. We're moving right along. Thank you very much, Tina, on that. I appreciate that. Or Steve, if it's Steve. All right. Anybody here like their Fostoria American? I found something really, really nice. I got 4 of these guys. These are really nice. And I've never heard of the name. Wait till you hear the name. Chris, could you do $22 on the screen for me? These are not very common. So these are tiny little things. Now you'd think, oh, these are little juice glasses. I got 4 of them. Okay. What they're called are oyster cocktail glasses for Fostoria American. All right, that's the pattern. Look at how beautiful they are. And yes, they do glow. They do have their glow. Some of you have your cabinets and such, and they do have the glow. Um, and there's 4 of these, and they are stunning. Well, what the heck is an oyster cocktail glass, you might ask? Well, from what I read, fill it up with cocktail sauce and hang your shrimps off the side, and that's how you would serve your shrimp cocktail
But that's a
for
shrimp, not an
Fostoria
oyster.
American. Those of you that like your Fostoria American. I'm sorry, Chris?
But that's a shrimp, not an oyster.
Correct. Why they called it an oyster, I don't, maybe put your oysters Rockefeller in here. I don't know. But this is what Fostoria called it. They called it their oyster cocktail glass. Now this pattern was made from 1915, I think, to 1980, early 80s, 82, 83, I believe. So it's their longest running pattern. And the older versions of them are the ones that usually the ones that glow. So these do glow. So these are the older versions of the Fostoria American, and they do have a heft to them too. So those of you that do collect these, this is a very unusual. I've never seen these before. I never even heard of them before. So I washed these up today, and look at how shiny they came. Isn't that beautiful? And they're beautiful. And now, can you use them as juice glasses? Go ahead. Ooh, what was that? No, that was just my black light fell over. Um, but you can
Yeah,
use them as juice glasses. You can use
it's
them as
funny because
tomato juice. What, Chris?
NC Coast fan said maybe an oyster shooter where you put your stuff and the oysters in there and you right back. I know you don't like them.
Sure. Have at it. I'm all set. I'll stick with the shrimp cocktail idea better. I like that idea better. But I thought I thought these were fantastic. And I have never seen these before. But you know what? Even orange juice for a brunch, but you got four of them, and they're just simply adorable. And I just loved these. So yeah. So if anybody collects Fostoria American, superb. Here you go. We're gonna count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. And if anybody oh, you have these, Sandra? Oh, that's awesome. I've never seen these before. And let me guess, you use them for juice? Because that's what I would use them for. I would just use them for like juice, as like juice glasses for like brunch or breakfast.
Jenny Max said with vodka.
Absolutely. I'm be all over it. I'm coming over.
NC. Okay.
Or just vodka. For juice.
Oh,
See, Sandra uses them for juice. Yeah,
oh. So
they're
we have.
little footed juice glasses. But
So
can
we
you
have.
imagine oyster cocktail
Hold
glasses?
on. Yeah.
I'm
Wait. Right here.
yeah.
Elena Marie says, yes, oysters were such an abundance. Pudgy footed glasses were shooters. Were used for shooters.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. We all learned something.
No, thank you.
All right. NC Coast fan for 23.
All right, NC Coast fan, those are coming to you. Thank you so much. Those are really, really beautiful. I have never seen those short little footed glasses before, those small, tiny. They're 3 inches. They're only 3 inches tall and 2 3/4 inches across the top. I never even told you. They're tiny little things. They're beautiful though. All right, NC Coast fan, thank you so much. All right. Okay, guys, next up, Chris, could you do $15 on the screen, please? I have a beautiful German forget-me-not vase. This is made by Shaman. The Shaman, I don't think I can't say Shaman Brothers. Shaman As Osberg, Germany. It says it right on the bottom. It'll show up. Is that showing up? Probably not. I know my lighting is so bad, guys. Sorry. I'm gonna have to improve my lighting.
We'll work on
Hopefully you
it.
can see
It's
that.
there. Again, angle it towards the other way, Jeff, towards the closet.
I'm trying.
Other way.
Yeah. I know it's hard to see. But anyway, the vase itself is 5 inches tall and it's 4 1/4 inches wide on the top. And this would have been made between 1945 and 1963. And it's in very, very good condition. No damage at all on the bottom or the top. Really, really beautiful. Now, it's a vase. Great. Put your toothbrushes in it. You can use it for your makeup brushes, all kinds of, use it as for pencils, pens and pencils, you know, anything. I mean, what a beautiful, and I love forget-me-nots. I just think they're so pretty. And it has that beautiful gold rim on it. And all the gold is intact from what I see. There's just a little tiny bit on the top, just a little bit right here.
What was the maker
That's a
again, Jeff? Was it
little bit rubbed
Hungarian?
off. It's Shaman, and I want to say, is it Auzberg, Osberg, Germany? Shaman, Osberg, Germany, and it
Okay.
has a number 28 on it. Yeah, but it's Schumann, and it's Bavarian, so it's it's German. It says Germany right on it. I can't get that to focus, so I think the light is too bright. But sorry about that, guys. It's terrible. We're gonna get better lighting eventually. Maybe if I tilt it down. No, it's just not coming up. I think it's just because it's too bright. But yeah, but it's Shaman is the company that made it. 1945 to 1963, and I thought it was kind of pretty. So I like the forget-me-nots, and they're all intact. There's nothing scratched off. It's in very good condition. All right, very very pretty. All right, so we'll count this one down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yes, perfect with that tablecloth, right? That's what I was saying. Isn't that something? 1 and stop. So pretty. Or leave it in your bathroom. Use it as a drink glass for your near your bathroom, near your sink. I mean, so many options. Doesn't have to be used as a vase. Repurpose your items. I always say that. Repurpose your items.
All right, Jeff, give me
If
one.
anybody likes uranium glass, I got some uranium glass coming up too.
Just give me 1 second. We got a couple last minute bids coming. I just want to make sure they're correct.
Okay. All right.
Take a sip of
Thank
water.
you, guys. Thank you. I'm going to take a sip.
Okay. Florida for 25. Thank you for everyone for those
Florida Golden
bids.
Girl for 25. Okay, thank you, Florida Golden Girl. Thank you, everybody who bid on that.
A lot of interest in that piece.
I'm glad you guys like that. It is absolutely pretty. It caught my eye right away. The blues and the purples are so pretty in that. Yeah, very, very pretty.
Yes,
And again,
Elena.
repurposing it. Hmm?
Definitely a quick draw night. Yes.
I'm glad. Yeah. All right. So now I am going to. Oh, I think she's gifting it. Wait a minute. Is she gifting that? Wait a minute. I got to scroll back up. I thought I saw. Are you gifting that, Florida, honey?
Get well gift to Jenny Mack.
Oh, to Jenny. Okay, Jenny, that's coming to you from Florida. Oh, thank you, Florida. That's so sweet.
Yeah,
Send.
Jenny's got an ankle issue, so she's laid up for a little
Oh,
bit.
Jenny, honey. I've been thinking about you. I pray for you all the time, sweetheart. I'm hoping all is well with you.
Thank you, Florida.
All right, Jenny, that's coming to you, honey. From Florida Golden Girl. Okay. And make myself a big note on that, or otherwise it's going to end up in Florida. All right, there. I got a note with colors and everything to remind me. Thank you, Florida. That's so nice of you. All right. Okay. Now somebody asked me to bring this. Now I normally don't bring these types of things. I had it on my eBay channel or on my eBay page, and I took it down because nobody wanted it. But somebody told me, "Oh, bring it. I might be interested in it." I'm bringing it. All right, Chris. $18 on the screen. Not old at all. So we're talking late 90s, early 2000s. This is Martha Stewart Every Day from Kmart. Yes, Kmart, which is no longer around, sadly. How do you know it's from Kmart, Jeff? Well, guess what? It still has the Kmart sticker on the bottom too. So as you guys know, Martha had her line at Kmart, and that was her signature M on her products. And there's the Kmart sticker still on it. And I did not wash the bottom because some people are very sentimental and they still want they like that ephemera. So I'm leaving that old Kmart sticker right there. I am not washing or scraping that off. There's nothing on it, but it's an old Kmart sticker. So you have a lot of memories right there. And it's a beautiful picture. You can use it for lemonade, a beautiful arrangement. Can you imagine some beautiful daisies or something in this, or daffodils for spring? And it's a beautiful picture. And as far as its size goes, it is it's about 8¼ inches tall. And then from spout to the hand, the side of the handle is 8½ inches. And it's a good size, and it does hold quite a bit. So if you wanted to use it for lemonade, you can certainly do that. And it has a nice grip handle. So if you have a hard time picking up things with smaller handles, this gives you a nice grip. So very pretty. And I know she also did it in, she did this type of pattern in green, and I think she did it in a cream color, and in blue. And she did a lot of coordinating things that went with it. I think she did soap dishes and stuff with this particular pattern with the beads that go around it. And it's very pretty. And somebody had messaged me and said, "Oh, can you bring that?" And I was like, "Okay, I'll bring it. See if anybody's interested in it." Yep. Very, very butter yellow. Butter yellow, trust me, it's a classic from 1999. Yep. So there we go. 1999 Martha Stewart Every Day from Kmart. I just love the fact that it has the Kmart sticker on the bottom. That's awesome. So if anybody's interested, as you guys know, I was very, very big. Um, I still am. I do love a lot of the Martha Stewart Every Day from Kmart stuff, and I have quite a bit. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm drinking out of some too. This is her. This was from her line too. This is
Wait,
not. It
wait.
looks old, but it's not.
Did you say you have quite a bit?
Okay, you. I know it's like I've cornered the market
You have
practically.
a, yes, you have a collection, but you
Yeah,
use it, which is
no,
good.
an accumulation, not a collection. I know. But you know what? It was good stuff, guys, and you guys know that.
Yeah,
It was
it's good
good
quality.
quality
It's
stuff
very
that
good
she had.
quality. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
And you can't, it's hard. It's hard to get that type of stuff anymore. So, yeah, absolutely. She had major control over her production then. It's well made. Yes, it is. She was very, very particular about what went on those shelves at Kmart. And that's why I loved it. And even her towels were amazing. So, all right, we're gonna count and her sheets, and I still have a lot of her sheets, and they've been washed so many times, and they're still in perfect condition, no holes, no thinning, they're still soft, really good stuff, guys. All right, we'll count this down: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Yes, absolutely. Textiles were awesome. See, Jenny said she had the bedding, towels, curtains. Yes, I still have some curtains. I still have her curtains, which I'm probably going to hang up in this house. Yeah, good stuff. Good quality stuff. You
Sharon
have her Jadeite
Hawthorne
rolling pin.
for
That's
18.
awesome. That was from her Martha by Mail catalog. Mm-hmm. And we got Sharon for 18. Thank you, Sharon. That is beautiful. I know you're going to love that. And these are things literally that they're going to last for many, 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 many years. They really will. Thank you so much, Sharon. All right. All right, Chris, $7 on the screen. Guys, do you guys like Beistel? I got some Beistel here. Now it's not old. But I found these and I thought they were so adorable, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them to you by Sunday. But you know what? You'll have them for next year. Look at these guys. You get two of these little bunny rabbits. Look at these little dudes. Remember when they used to actually have the little jointed legs and stuff? Look at him. And he's got his Easter egg. You get two of these little guys, right? And they're in really good shape. And they're from 2005. So what, 21 years old? So not, not super, not super old, but they're still made by Beistel. The company is still they're still active, and they actually have a website. If you check out their website, they're still active, believe it or not. So he's really cute, and you can pose his little legs. So you got both of those, and their legs are posable. And then in the middle, you have, and I wish this to all of you, Happy Easter. And the bunny in the middle matches these little bunnies. So you can put those two guys on either side and have this one, especially if you have like I guess they used to call them a picture window. That's what we had in our house when I grew up. I grew up in a ranch home, and our front window in our living room was called a picture. We used to call it the picture window, and we would always put things like this with like bunny rabbits and cutouts and the die cuts and stuff in there. And there's no tape on any of these. There's no damage to any of these, no tears, no nothing. They're in really good shape. So, and it is Beistel. So, made in the USA. Good stuff right here. So, for $7, you get all three pieces. So, I'm not sure if we have any interest in these, but they are so cute. Happy Easter. Little bunny rabbits with their little eggs. All right. So, we'll count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. I could probably put these in like a mailer and send them to you. Yeah, they would probably fit in a mailer if I folded them up. Oh yeah, totally. Like a
Elena
padded
Cunningham
mailer.
for 7.
What do we got? It didn't
Oh,
pop up on the screen, Chris.
Elena Cunningham for 7. It scrolled by
Okay,
too quickly.
Elena, that's
Sorry.
coming to you, Elena. I can put it right in a little padded envelope for you. Thank you so much.
She said thank you and no rush,
Oh, okay.
but we'll rush it anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. It'd be nice if you had it for Easter.
And it's
You
Bite
can
by
put them out.
Steel. Those are Bite by Steel, Jeff.
Bysteel, yeah. Bysteel, however you want to
By
pronounce it.
Steel.
I
Yeah.
always say Bysteel, but Bastille, Bysteel. I mean, people say it in different ways, so it doesn't matter. Okay, guys, how about some Frank Sinatra? Old Blue Eyes? Anybody like Old Blue Eyes? How about a nice DVD set? Can you imagine a rainy, cold summer afternoon in your home and you got nothing to do? We'll put on Old Blue Eyes. Well, are these DVDs or CDs? No, these are DVDs. So you get four of his movies. You have A
Start.
Hole in the Head.
Jeff, starting.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. $12.
Thank
You get
you.
the set of four of these movies. So this was A Hole in the Head. This came out in, of course, I'm not going to find the years now on these, but I'm sure you guys could look these. 1959. Now I know exactly where to look to see the years. 1959, A Hole in the Head. Cary Grant, Frank Sinatra, and Sophia Loren, The Pride and the Passion. And this was 1957. You get that one. Guys and Dolls. Who doesn't know that movie? With Marlon Brando, Gene Simmons, Frank Sinatra, of course, and Vivian Blaine. There you go, Guys and Dolls. Excellent movie. 1952. Yep. And finally, who doesn't know this one? Frank Sinatra, Lawrence Harvey, and Janet Leigh. We all know Janet Leigh is, right? Jamie Lee Curtis's mom, and she was also in Psycho. The Manchurian Candidate. So you get all four of these movies in this little container here, this little cardboard thing. The Frank Sinatra collection. And there he is, old blue eyes. So handsome. Yep. MGM Movie Legends Collection. They each have their own little holder. Isn't that nice? Yep. Love Frank Sinatra. Great movies. All right. The only one I haven't seen is A Hole in the Head. I haven't seen. So weird. Edward G. Robinson. A Hole in the Head. It's the only movie I haven't seen. I've seen the other ones, but I haven't seen that one. All right. So we'll count this down. I think we have a bit or two. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. And which one is my favorite movie out of all these? Guys and Dolls.
One second, Jeff, waiting for the
You guys would
refresh.
be ashamed at me if you knew what I have covering this folding table that I'm sitting at. Yes, a folding table. I have it covered with a sheet. I know,
Okay, hold.
really high end.
Hey, last came in was Elena Cunningham for 18, 1-8.
Okay. All right, Elena for 18. Thank you, everybody who bid on that. Elena, that is coming to you, honey. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you very much. And thank you, everybody who bid on that. I appreciate that. All right, guys, how about some petalware? You guys like petalware? McBeth Evans petalware. Chris, could you put $16 on the screen? I have two beautiful petalware plates, and these are the McBeth Evans. These are 8-inch. These are like the dessert or salad plates. And look at that. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? The ring of fire in there. See that? Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. I clean these beautiful plates up today. Look at how gorgeous. Look at the shine. Look at over here by my fingers. See that color? Isn't that gorgeous? This is their petalware pattern. There is no decoration on these. Some of these actually came with like a floral decoration in the middle, but these are plain. And I could only find two. There were only two there, so I grabbed them. And these were made, geez, I want to say these were made in like the late 30s. But again, I don't a lot all of my reference books and everything are still in boxes, so I didn't have a chance really to look up much on these, but they are McBeth Evans and they are absolutely beautiful. So even for you and your sweetheart, if you want to have a nice fancy dessert, put your Easter cheesecake on here. You imagine? Just makes it taste better, doesn't it? Absolutely beautiful. These are 8 inches. They also called it Monax, I think was another name. Monax, I want to say, was the other term that they used for this particular color, the petalware. But I like these. I have one dinner plate downstairs that I have because I try to keep an example of one thing, whether it's a dinner plate or a teacup or cream and sugars. I love my cream and sugars. I try to keep, a little something just in my own collection. And I have a dinner plate like this, and I eat my dinner off of these sometimes. So, as a matter of fact, did I use it tonight? Yes, actually, I did. I had my peanut butter and jelly sandwich on it tonight. See, even a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on something old. Why not? Why not? Make it fancy. Go all out. But very pretty. If any of you guys like this type style. So I'm not sure if we have any bids on this, but this is absolutely fantastic, and we are going to count them down. And if I find two more, I'll bring two more. All right, 10, 9. Yeah, the opalescence is absolutely stunning, PA. Isn't it great? I know, I just love it. Like that ring of fire. It's just so stunning. So pretty. Yeah, I don't see these very often, but occasionally they'll pop in and they'll be stacked into a bunch of plates and nobody sees them, but all you see is that, you know. But I knew what they were, and I was like, "Oh, please let them not be chipped." And they weren't chipped or anything. They're in perfect condition. All right, so we'll count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Your girlfriend started you off on these, Elaine? Oh, yeah, they're nice, aren't they? They're beautiful. I love McBeth Evans. I think they had such great stuff. And it has that, you can see it in the glass, that waviness too.
Yep.
They're so
Elaine
pretty. I
for
love the edge
16.
on it. Elaine for 16. All right, my darling, those are coming to you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Right. Okay. So there those are. There, so I don't get caught under there. All right. Now, let's see here. I have 19 items tonight, guys, by the way. And then we can go back and I'll go over the items that didn't sell. All right. Um, you guys ready for this? Did you guys see my short? Here it comes. Yep. Guys, I almost lost my top when I saw this. Let me tell you. Fenton, absolutely stunning. Not marked at all on the bottom. And it is beautiful. Look at that. Chris, now, if you guys have looked up the prices, what this thing goes for, somebody has one of these listed. Before I give you my price, somebody has these listed. And I don't think they're going to get anywhere near the price. But if anybody looked it up, are you ready for this? $999. My jaw hit the floor. I said, "Are you kidding me? Who in the world would spend that much money on a vase? $1,000 on a vase, really?" Hey, you know what? On eBay, you can ask anything you want. Well, here, we're going to start this, Chris, at $60. It is in impeccable condition. There is not one flaw, fleck, or chip, or nick, or flea bite, or damage to this at all. It is in perfect condition. There's no sick glass to it. I can see right down to the bottom. So those of you that love cranberry, you could put this out for Valentine's Day. You could start it off at Christmas because it looks like a candy cane and leave it out all the way through Valentine's Day. Just change the flowers in it, or leave it on your mantle. I mean, is this not stunning or what? Now, if you saw, I mean, I just could not believe it. When I looked it up, I was like, "Are you kidding?" And when I ever saw, and guys, yes, I did find this at the Goodwill. And I'm always honest with you guys. If I ever walk into a Goodwill or whatever, I'll tell you. If I find it at an antique shop, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I found it in an antique shop. If I found it at a thrift store somewhere else, I will tell you I found it at a thrift. This is from the Goodwill. Can you imagine? Yep. Sitting right on the top. In the Goodwill that I go to that I found this one in, it was sitting on the very top shelf in the front on one of their end caps. And I walked in the door and I just like immediately my eyes went to it and I said, "Oh my gosh." And right away my mind goes to, "What's the matter with it?" But I went over to it and I said, "Oh," and the price they had on it, I was kind of like, and then I'm like, "No, I'm gonna take a chance at it." And I've had this for a while. I think I got this back in December, if I'm not mistaken. And she was packed away in a box, and she made it to the new house safely. And here she is. Mm-hmm. Can you believe it? I could not believe it, guys. So if you collect cranberry or Fenton, you know what this is. All right. I'm not exactly sure the name of what they called it. Um, but it's 11 and a half inches tall. So it's almost 12 inches tall. And it's beautiful. So I think we have some bids. So we're gonna start counting it down. It was definitely a lucky find, Justine. I could not believe it. This is a definite oh my gosh piece. Yep. And I was hoping I could find it and bring it to you guys. And it was the one box that I grabbed. It was packed away. And she was packed away just perfectly, thanks to my friend Chad, who actually packed this away. He actually helped me pack some of my boxes from the other house. And thank you, Chad, for packing this well. All right, so here we go. We're going to count this. This is gorgeous. You should see it with the light, guys. It's like that's in front of me. It's amazing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, spiral optical, 1, and stop.
Beautiful piece, Jeff.
Right? I almost flipped.
And it's gone. And it's
And it's
going
gone.
to. It's gone. The
It's
bids are
gone.
in.
It's
It is
gone. It's
gone.
gone. It's gone.
The
It's
no
going.
holding back.
No holding back.
All right. I think this one requires
So
a.
we'll refresh and see what we got. That is stunning. Wow. I actually hemmed and hawed, guys. I was like, do I really want to? Maybe I literally put it on my mantle downstairs and I said, oh, it looks so pretty up there. Then I'm like, no, I can't. I've got too much stuff. I got to get rid of stuff. I can't start collecting. I need to bring these beautiful things to you guys when I find them. I still can't believe I found it.
All
I
right.
think it's
You ready?
incredible. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. The wait is over.
The
It's
winner
Karen
is
K. Karen K for
Karen
165.
K for 165, girl. That is awesome. Good for you. And thank you so much, Karen. You are going to love that. And now, honestly, if you looked it up, you know that's worth every single penny. And it's only going to appreciate in value.
Yeah.
So, yes. Karen, thank you so much, sweetheart. Yep. And thank you everybody who bid on that, who jumped in on that. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much. Yeah, that is really beautiful. I knew someone would really appreciate and know what that is. Like I said, it's going to appreciate in value. It's only going to go up. I couldn't believe somebody's trying to get $1,000 for it, though. I don't know. I think that's a little bit way out of the
That's
ballpark.
called
But
let's put it out there and see who bids.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's called the late night hunger pangs bidding. You're laying in
Yep.
bed and you're just, oh, I love that. You
That's a
know,
Lunesta. That's a Lunesta bid.
a lunesta bid. That's yes, exactly. Ah, an ambient bid.
Ambient bid,
Exactly.
ambient bidding.
An
Yep.
ambient bid, definitely. Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much, honey. You are going to love that. It is amazing. And I will be sure to pack that impeccably well with peanuts. So, yes, peanuts are coming with that. Popcorn peanuts, the foam, not real peanuts. Um, all right, guys. Let's see. We got now somebody asked me to bring this, and I think it was Betty. I think Betty said she was interested in this. So, Chris, could you put $18 on the screen, please? This is early American pressed glass, and this is made by the McKe Brothers. This is pattern number 132, and it is absolutely beautiful. I know Betty loved it when she saw it. Now, before you bid, in case you don't know, it does have some condition issues, which I will go over. First off, the foot itself has a little bit of a chip on the bottom. And it's about, I would say the chip is about, I would say the tip, about the tip of my small finger. But when you look at it from the top, you don't see it. You don't see that chip at all on the top. It's on the bottom. But there it is right there. So there's that. And then there is some roughness here on these little parts right here, in these center pieces of these little, I don't know what these little cross hatches here. So there's like a little raised portion right here, and there is a little bit of roughness right on those. So there's that one, and there's this one over here, and there's a little roughness on that. Unless they did that intentionally, I don't know. I can't imagine they did, but maybe they did. I don't know, because none of these other ones here on the sides have any damage. It's just the ones on the inside. So maybe they did that on purpose because of the crosshatch. I don't know, but very, very pretty. And yes, it glows. In case those of you that are interested, it does glow. Okay. There's the glow. And this was again patterned 132. And this was made circa 1894. True antique, 1894. And there's Betty. Betty's in for it at 18. It is really, really beautiful. And it's not one of those really heavy ones where, oh, you have to pick it up. It's actually a decent heft. About the same heft as that Martha Stewart one that I had earlier. So it's a very nice one. What did I say? 1894. Isn't that something? And there's no chips on the lip or on the pour spout, I should say. Yeah, really, really pretty. And the handle's decorated. It's got a little nub right here. It's so beautiful. Really beautiful. Yep, McKe Brothers. All right, and it's also known as the Jubilee pattern. So, all right, there you go. You can look that up on the EAPG website, which I did. All right, so we are going to count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and get your bids in there. Fair warning. 1, and stop. And of course, somebody that came about in 1894, wouldn't you have some little chips and some roughness? I think you would. That's a beautiful piece. I'll tell you, when I was packing a lot of these things for my condo when I was first moving, I didn't even realize I had some of these things, guys. I was packing them up and I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. And I'm like, oh, wait, I'm the one that found that. It was like shopping in an antique shop. I'm like, wait, I already have it.
Um,
All right, we'll let
Jeff,
Chris
I need
call the
you.
winner on that. Do we have a stop? Oh, there's stop. The stop just
There's a
popped up. I
stop.
just
I,
seen it.
I need you to do me a favor. Can you please check your comments feed and tell me if you see a bit of 21 in there? I am not seeing it on the YouTube side. I'm going to refresh YouTube again. For whatever reason, it's not showing up there,
Hold on.
but it's
I
showing
see
up.
a bid from Betty Mac for 18. Then it
Yeah,
says, then I see PA Buzzard says, I love McKe. And then they put in a bid for $21. And then it says, hello, Betty Mac. Congratulations. And then I see pitcher of lemonade or lemonade.
my lemonade. Yeah, and then my stop. For some
So I
reason,
do
my
see a
YouTube.
bid in there for $21 that came in after Betty's
Okay,
from PA
as long
Buzzard.
as you see that as well. Okay, for whatever reason, I don't see it on the YouTube side of the house, but I see it on the. Hold on, let me
You guys
back out
don't see that
altogether
bid? Does anybody else see the bid in there? Can anybody else confirm for us?
on YouTube
You guys see
because
that bid in there after?
I always check
Before the
both.
stop, it should say 21. Do you see 21?
Please,
You don't see the
thank you.
21 bid, Elena?
Maybe it was redacted. Okay, so it was oh, it was retracted. Okay, that's why I don't see it. I didn't see the retraction. Okay, good. Guys,
It was retracted. Okay.
making me go crazy. All right.
That's okay. So PA Buzzard, you retracted that bid. Okay.
All right. So then it's
It
gonna
was
be
there, it
Betty.
disappeared. Okay, that's fine. If you guys ever want to retract a bid, you're welcome to do that by
Yeah.
all means.
I just didn't.
It doesn't offend me at all.
I
That's fine.
just didn't
So
see
we're
it
gonna
in the. I just didn't see it in the chat feedback on
yeah.
moderation. So it's Betty
Yeah,
Mac
no,
for
that's
18.
fine. Yeah,
Betty
yeah.
Mac for
Anytime you
18.
guys need to retract a bid or whatever, by all means, yeah, you can do that. Absolutely, that's
Yeah.
fine. It doesn't just let us know. I retracted my bid or I'm out or whatever. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so that's gonna go to Betty Mac
For
for
18. 1
took it
8.
off. I wanted to let Betty get it. Oh,
1
PA Buzzard,
8.
you're such a sweetheart. I appreciate that's very nice of you. All right, so Betty Mac is gonna have that at 18. All right, honey, that's coming to you. Betty MAC at
No, that's okay,
18.
PA. I didn't see it
It's
on the
very nice of
moderating
you.
interface. That's why I
Oh,
wanted to
you
double
guys are
check.
like the best. This is why I love to do this. You know, it's not about the selling aspects of it. It's about community. And you guys are such wonderful, wonderful people. You guys have such big hearts and this is why I love doing it. And it makes me feel good. It makes Chris feel good. And you know, we love to do this and we love visiting with you guys. So thank you very much. Love you guys. All right. It's like a big family, like what I was saying in Dee's channel yesterday. It's like a big family, and it's just such a nice thing. All right.
Okay.
Oh, these are great guys. So I have one of that has the 12, and these are two that have the 6 cup. Well, you'll know in a second. Chris, could you do $12 on the screen, please? Check these out in the jadeite color. Now, look at those. Now, these are aluminum and they're made by Miro and they're cupcake tins. Now, some of you may say, oh, well, they're covered in that, you know, that non-stick. It's not healthy. You can't bake in that, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? You use your cupcake papers if that worries you. Now, these are older, you know, so these are probably from, oh, I would say maybe the late 50s, I would guess. It says Kitchen Pride on one of them, extra heavy aluminum. And the other one says Miro, the finest aluminum made in the USA. Now, Miro made both of these, but Kitchen Pride was probably a brand that maybe, I don't know, Sears or one of those companies sold. So they sold it under that brand. But they were both made by Miro. You know, as you can tell, they fit together. And I have the one that has the 12. So it's like double this. So it's like that and I love it. I use it all the time, and it's just great, you know, because it's got it's that beautiful jadeite color. Now it does have some condition issues, you know. It has a little bit of just a little bit of scraping around the edge. Somebody decided to go in there and pull their cupcakes or their muffins out with a knife, which you don't do. If you want to do that, use a plastic knife or use a rubber spatula and very carefully extricate it from the little cupcake holders. Okay. Now the backs, you know, are typical. This one here has a little bit of blacking to it, the aluminum, but you don't bake on that side. But they're in very good shape for their age. And they have some of that denting inside here a little bit. But, you know, that aluminum is so thin. I was even using my finger earlier and I was just pushing on it and smoothing out some of those little bumps and little dents and things. And you can actually do that, believe it or not. So, and I do that with mine because sometimes mine get dented a little bit too. Yep, they say that I just smooth that one out. But yeah, they're great. Just put your cupcake papers in, or make some cupcakes and give this whole thing as a gift. How neat is that? Especially if somebody that collects jadeite, it's really nice. All right, so I'm not sure if we have any bids on it, but these are really awesome. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, One, and light to ship too. And stop. Yeah, these are great. And they fit together like that and store them. I remember my grandmother and I, she had an old one, and we used to dye our Easter eggs in these. She'd, fill them up with the colored water, and we would just roll the eggs in these to dye the eggs.
Those are a pass.
Okay, so that's pass. All right. All right, next up, Chris, $22 on the screen, please. And I have some uranium glass. Uh-oh. Everybody's ears just went. Uranium glass. So, Chris, $22. This is the Hazel Atlas Florentine #2. And I have a set of 6 of these for you. And here they are. They look clear when I hold them up to the light like that, but obviously they're green. You can see them in my hand. And yes, I will show you how they glow. And it's the Florentine pattern #2. There were 2 versions of the Florentine pattern. I don't know why they did that. I have no idea. But that's what Hazel Atlas did. So good old Hazel Atlas. No chips, no nicks, no cracks, no flea bites, no nothing. And yes, they glow like the Dickens. So if you have a glow cabinet, this will glow like the Dickens. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Woo! Like flying saucers, right? And these are the size, these are 5 7/8, so almost 6 inches across. And these would be used probably for like a bread and butter plate. But if you wanted to use them for breakfast, for a sweet roll with your coffee, or even for dessert, you can use these as dessert plates. I mean, I could fit a piece of fit a cupcake or fit a piece of cheesecake on here, and you get 6 of those. 2, 4, 6, and they're all the same. And there they are, and they're beautiful, and they're in perfect condition, really good shape. From the probably the mid 30s to early 40s. Really, really nice. So anybody that likes uranium glass for your glow cabinet, here they are in beautiful condition. Imagine if you had you had 3 on one shelf in the back and then 3 on the bottom, and put some cups in front of them. Oh wow, look really pretty. All right, so we're going to count these down because I think we have some bids in there, and we're moving right along, and I have a couple more items here to get to. All right, so 10, 9, 8,
Hey Jeff, really quick,
7.
what was the size of
Yeah.
those? I'm sorry, what was the size of those? I didn't see the
So
qu
these are 5 and 7/8 inches. So
Okay,
almost 6 inches across, but they're 5 and 7/8. So say almost 6 inches, just under 6 inches
okay. I just want to make sure there was a couple
across.
questions about that. Thank you.
So they're considered like bread and butter plates, but again, you can use them as dessert plates if you wanted to. Okay?
Okay,
And we'll
good. On the
start the
countdown.
countdown again.
Thank you.
10. Yeah, no problem. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Exactly, Miss Jackie. That's right, portion control. This could be your dinner plate. There you go. Instead of taking your Zepbound, you can just have your dinner on that. Just that's all you need to eat. Put your Ozempic away and just have these are your dinner plates from now on.
All right, and those are going to Kimberly for 37.
Kimberly for 37. All right, Kim, those are coming to you, hon. Thank you so much. All right. All righty. Okay, Chris, thank you. All right, thank you,
Yep.
Kim, so much. And thank you, everybody who bid on those. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Okay, large Fenton. Now, the other night I misspoke. Now, I don't know if Elaine is still here, but she can correct me. Did Martha Stewart not have these in her Martha by Mail catalog in white, jadeite, and I believe pink? Because when I bought one, I bought mine through the catalog. Well, guess what? I thought these were L.E. Smith. They're not. This is Fenton, guys, from what I looked up. And it is not marked, so it's pre what? 1970, 1971. They did not mark any of their Fenton. It would have had a sticker. But it is Fenton. It's a Fenton leaf plate or serving plate. It is very, very big, and it is not L.E. Smith. So I do apologize. I misspoke the other night by saying it was L.E. Smith, and it is not. Um, but Martha Stewart did have these in her catalog, and I know she commissioned L.E. Smith to make a lot of her milk glass, and her jadeite and all of that was made by them. And this is 11 1/4 inches across. So from here to
Start,
here is 11 1/4 inches across, and it's 10 1/2 inches long.
Jeff. Start.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, 28. This is a $28 start, and it is very heavy, and it is like milk glass. And I'm looking at the light in front of me, and I can see the light almost through it. It's almost opaque. It's really, really pretty. It's really beautiful, and it does have a little bit of a ring of fire. I don't know if you guys can see any of that. Wish I could. I wish there was a better way to show a ring of fire, but it's hard. It's hard to show. But it definitely has that little bit of that ring of fire to it. So it's an older milk glass piece by Fenton, and it is heavy. And if you want to, heck, you can even hang it on the wall. If you had a pretty hook, you could hang this on the wall even. Isn't that beautiful? Molds were sold off back in the. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Elaine. They probably sold this. Fenton probably sold it to L.E. Smith, and then Martha said, "Hey, you know what? Let's make that for my catalog." So the one I have is actually, I think I have a jadeite one like this too. It's like a jadeite color, the green, um, as well. So, but it is a beautiful, beautiful plate, and this is the original. So this is a Fenton, and I'm looking at it, and I can see the ring of fire. I can see it right around in here, and I can see it right around the leaves. It's just hard to show on the camera, but it's a beautiful piece for anybody that collects Fenton. Perfect for a serving dish or what have you. All right. Okay, and all year round. You can leave it out all year round. All right, 10. No, yeah, me too, Elaine. I love it. And yes, definitely. Once retired, it's more special. Yeah, absolutely. They don't make these anymore. You know, it's so sad. Yep. So we try to save these and we collect these and we cherish them and and again, like I said earlier, like about that, they appreciate in value. They just go up. All right, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Such a pretty piece.
Those are a pass.
Okay, that's a pass. All right, no problem. All right, next up, guys, I have something I went the other day, did a little thrifting the other day, and I went to a little thrift shop and I came across these guys and I fell in love with them. And I said, wow, these are American brilliant cut tumblers. Chris, $18 on the screen. And guys, you're going to get 5 of them. There was only 5, there was not 6. So look at these. Now I could not figure out the maker. I kind of looked them up several times. They have a little bit of a flare at the top. So that's what's throwing me off. At first, I thought it was a specific maker, and I can't think of the name of it now. I want to say it started with a B. But these are not flat. They actually flare out a little at the top. and they have a little bit of a star with that wheel, kind of like that Hobbs star they call it. And then over here you have another star with almost like that pointed the little pointed arrow. Reminds me of a Pontiac. Remember Pontiac had that symbol? That pointed arrow. That's what it reminds me of. So you get 5 of these. I have 5 of these glasses, guys, and they are gorgeous. And I had these downstairs on the table when the sun was going down yesterday. And you should see how these collect the sunlight when it comes in the windows. And yes, do they glow? Yes, they do. They do have a glow. They definitely very, very faint, but they do have a glow. And they are just simply beautifully cut glasses. They're gorgeous. There's 5. So if you want to use 4 of them, you break one, well, you have an extra one. And I just think these are absolutely stunning. So, and they're beautiful, and you could just feel the how well cut they are. They're so beautiful. Oh, and the glass is so thin, and there's no damage on any of them. I checked every single one, and there's no damage on any of these. As someone has said, no chips where you put your lips. All right. So these are all in perfect condition. Checked them all. So you got all 5 of these for 18. American Brilliant Cut is what I'm calling these here. And these are beautiful. They are stunning. Look at the way they catch the light. Isn't that beautiful? Yep. All right, so we'll count these down. And let me see that. Did I measure? Oh yeah, 4 inches. They're 4 inches tall. So I would guess that's probably, what is that? Maybe 6 ounces. I would say 6 ounce, little 6 ounce glass. All right, so we'll count these down. 10,
Elena was
9.
asking if they're Glasgow or Irish crystal, do you think?
I honestly, Elaine, I have no idea. I looked them up. Um, I was on the EAPG website. I looked up Hobstar. I looked up all kinds of different. I went to replacements, and replacements had one that looked very similar to this, but the name of it started with a B. And when I looked at the glasses were more flat and straight. These are not. These actually flare out, but they look very similar to the ones that were on the Replacements Limited. And I cannot identify them. I have no idea. No, I have no idea. But they are simply stunning, though. They are gorgeous. Just the way they're cut and the way they catch the light is just outstanding. So. But if you find out who the maker is, if you did a little research, and let me know, you know, I'd love to know. And the bottoms are cut too, really beautiful. And as far as any wear on the bottom, they do have a little bit of the wear, not a lot, but a little bit. They're really beautiful. So, all right, we'll count these down. But yeah, they could be Irish. They could be Irish glass or crystal. All right, so we'll count these down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. They really are pretty. They're just so thin too. Just I know you guys can't hear that because the way we have our voice thing, but it's just it's incredible. They're very pretty. I
All
just wish
right,
there were
got
6.
Elaine for 20.
Elaine for 20. All right, those are coming to you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. You're gonna love
Sharon
those. They are
Hawthorne is
beautiful.
Sharon Hawthorne thinking Galloway crystal.
Galway crystal. I'm gonna make a note of that. Galway crystal. All right, I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna put double check on that. I'm gonna look into it. Nothing popped up. So, but I'll check that one. Yeah, you could be right. All right, thank you very much, Elaine. All righty. Now, let's see here. I got two more items here, guys, and then I can go back to any of the items that did not sell. Oh wow, guys, this absolutely is amazing. And I hemmed and hawed, and then I finally picked it up and I said, you know what? I'm gonna get it because somebody out there may love this. And I'm gonna tell you an idea that I had too with this. So Chris, $18 on the screen. This is an audio cassette set um comedy from the golden age of radio. And there's Charlie McCarthy right on the front. Look at him. Now this is all tapes, cassette tapes. Now the side here has torn off. I wiped this whole thing down, cleaned it really, really well. This plastic cover. And so it's all nice and clean. And there's all cassettes in here. Okay. And there's all the different programs that used to be on the radio. All right. So the golden age of radio. 60 of radio's greatest comedy episodes from 20 of radio's greatest comedy series. So you have Abbott and Costello. You've got the Aldrich family, the Amos and Andy show, the Bickersons, the Bob Hope show, Burns and Allen show, of course, the Charlie McCarthy show, Duffy's Tavern, Fibber McGee and Molly. I remember my grandma talking about that. Fibber McGee and Molly. The Fred Allen show. Are these ringing bells with you, a lot of you guys? The Great Gildersleeve. The Jack Benny program. Of course, everybody knows Jack Benny. The Life of Riley. And then the last few tapes, the Lum and Abner show, the Milton Berle show, of course, My Favorite Husband, Our Miss Brooks, Ozzie and Harriet, of course, the Phil Harris and Alice Faye show, and finally the Red Skelton show. Now, how amazing is this? So if you still have a cassette player, how cool would this be? Now, here's an idea that I thought of. There are a lot of patients and a lot of people that have family members that have dementia. Okay. If you play these for them, this is something that will really spur up a lot of memories for them and that will comfort them. So I thought of that today and I said, you know what? Anybody that has anybody in their family that might be suffering from memory loss, dementia, Alzheimer's, you put this on a cassette, you put it on a cassette player and let them listen to that. Can you imagine how many wonderful memories would start firing for them? Just think about that. I thought that would have been a phenomenal idea. And if nobody is interested in that, that is what I am going to do. I will donate this and I will give this to somebody who has a family member who is suffering from dementia. Because I'll tell you, it's amazing how just playing old music. I saw a video, it was on, I don't know if it was on Facebook or whatever, maybe it was on YouTube, and it was a woman who was sitting in a chair and her grandson came in and he found a video of her when she used to, I think she was a tap dancer or a choreographer, or she did something dance wise. And he put the video on and you could see her face light up and she started moving and dancing and it's just like she came alive. And it was the most it brought tears to my eyes. It really did. And when I saw this, I picked it up 3 times. And I said, nah, and then I thought about that. And I said, you know, this would be a wonderful thing. Even a small little inexpensive cassette player that you could find even on eBay. bring it along with you, even for several of even if they have a somebody in the room with them who also is in the same condition. They would enjoy listening to these types of shows that they listened to when they were younger. Can you imagine what that would mean to them? Because where do you find things like this nowadays? So I just thought that was wonderful, and I wanted to share that and my thoughts and my feelings about this. I thought that was a wonderful thing. Everybody might look at it and think, "Oh, they're just cassette tapes." Well, to somebody else, these are really strong memories that they hold dear. So here's the thought, and I thought I would share that with you. So if anybody's interested, otherwise, I think that might be something I might do. All right. So we're gonna count this down. 10, or just, you know what? Donate it to your local nursing home, or something like that. I think it would be a wonderful thing. I really do. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. I think it's a wonderful thing. 30 hours, 60 programs. It's incredible.
So if I'm reading this right, I think Bill Aubin bid 20 and he is wanting you to donate it on his behalf.
Oh, Bill, I would be glad to do that for you. I certainly would. I absolutely would be glad to do that, Bill. Yep, most certainly. Yep, I will do that.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you so much, Bill. I appreciate that. Hopefully, you guys can see where I'm coming from with that, especially if you've actually had somebody in your family who suffered with dementia. You'll know exactly what I mean by that. All right, so thank you, Bill. I appreciate that, and I will do that for you. I will. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what I decide to do. Okay. All right. Last up, guys, some more EAPG. Yes, I love my EAPG just like you guys do. And this is in phenomenal shape. Over 100 years old. And I'm holding it in my hands. It's the most amazing feeling in the world. So cool. Chris, $17 on the screen, please. All right. So, guys, this is early American press glass. This is an antique, and this was made by Bryson Higgby, and this is called the Grand pattern. See the shells and the fans on the top, the scallops, and then you get this diamond pattern here. And you got the shells, and you get these like fans, or you can call these fans if you want. And it is in impeccable condition. There's no damage to this at all. And yes, it glows. Does glow. Does have a glow to it. It's kind of hard to show on here because it's so bright, that light. We got to do something with this lighting, Chris. But there's there's the glow. You can see it in there. It's hard to show with this light, but it is a beautiful pattern. And it does scoop down in the middle a little bit. So, I mean, you could put a cake on it if you wanted to. Let me see. What was the size? Did I measure this one? 10 inches. So it's 10 inches across. So I mean, if you wanted to put a 9-inch cake on it, you could. The only thing is the middle of it's going to sag down a little bit. Um, so I don't know if you really want to do that, but you could put other things on it. But it is really, really pretty. So it is their grand pattern. It was made in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it was introduced in 1880. 1880. And now there was a reproduction that came out, I believe, and the way to find out whether it's a repro is it doesn't have this edge on it. So it has these scalloped edges. this reproduction or this other, I guess maybe I can't say, I can't, no, I have to take that back. I can't say reproduction, but I believe they brought this pattern back and they still called it the grand pattern, but it didn't have the later versions of them. They didn't have these scallops around the edge. So this is the older one called the grand pattern. So that's what I looked at. I mean, where did I get that info, Jeff? The EAPG website. I'm telling you guys, EAPG website is amazing what you can find on there. I had no idea what this was until I looked it up, and I put in, I put in shell, I put in diamond, and sure enough, I found Bryson Higgby. And there it is, $17, guys. Not sure if we have any bids, but it is absolutely phenomenal.
We
Has
have
some
several,
straw
Jeff.
marks in here. You guys know what straw marks are done during manufacturing, which is normal. And it's got some wear on the bottom. Not a lot, but it does have a little bit. You would think it'd have a little bit more for its age, but over 100 years old. Can you imagine? Oh, so all right, we're gonna. What was that big? I saw a big message on there. I just missed it. What did I miss?
Yeah, read Amy's message.
I can be your delivery girl, Jeff. I've been visiting the nursing home across the street from you. Oh my gosh, Amy, that's wonderful. You got it, girl. Absolutely. I'll give it to you. And yeah, we'll yeah, I
That's
definitely
the
that's a great idea. Yep.
Jeff. That's the facility that Felix's mom's in.
Really?
Yep,
Oh, how wonderful.
yep.
Well,
So
you
it'd be
know what?
perfect.
I think they'll enjoy that. And
Yep.
you know what I might even do? I might even try to find an old tape player that works, put some fresh batteries in it, clean it up,
Mm,
and give that with that and have
yeah.
them play that for them. I think they would absolutely love that. Don't you think, guys? What do you think? I think that's
Yeah,
a
I think it's
wonderful
great.
idea. Yeah, we're gonna do that. All right, Amy, you're my buddy with that, and we got Bill helping us out with this. Thank you, Bill. We're gonna do this. This is gonna be awesome, guys, and I'll let you know how it works out. Okay, we'll talk to the nurses there and the staff and see what they say. Maybe we can even do it with them and play it with them. I would love to see the look on their faces. I bet you they would really like that. Yeah, that would be great, Amy. I would love to go with you. I would do that. Yep. All right, guys. So we're going to count this down. I think we have a bit in there. Miss Jackie, I think, jumped in there. All right. 10, 9. Yeah, Elena, they might have one already. So we'll have to check with them. I'll have to Amy check in there and see if they have one already. All right. 10, 9, 8. And guys, this is in perfect condition too. No chips, cracks, nicks, dings, nothing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. And the elderly always hold a very special place in my heart. So
Hey, that is going
try to do whatever
to
we can to help. Hmm?
Miss Jackie for 25.
Great, Miss Jackie, that's coming to you, my dear.
Kimberly,
Oh,
sorry you
Kim, you
came in
came in
right
just
after the
under the
stop.
stop. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that lag, I'm telling you. Jump in there ahead. Sometimes you got to jump in quick. But thank you for the offer on the bid there, Kim. All right, Miss Jackie, that's coming to you, honey. All right, Jackie, for 25. You are gonna love that. Where do you see the condition on it? You won't believe it. You will not believe. I was shocked. It's like, you feel it, you're just like waiting for a chip. And it's like, nope, nothing on it. So that's it. All right, guys, so that's all my items. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go through from the beginning. Anything that was jumped over, I'm going to just bring it up. And if anybody sees anything they're interested in, just stop us and just shout out, dish, plate, vase, whatever it is. Okay. And then we'll go back to it. So we had this little barbecue plate here for $14. It's made in Japan piece. It does have a little bit of a boo-boo down in the bottom here, right above my finger. See it? Right there. It's just some paint that flecked off, but you can easily fix that. And it's so cute as the barbecue grill and the little table down here. Great for a summer barbecue, for some cucumbers or radishes or whatever. So that was $14. If anyone's interested in that, just yell it out and just say, hey, can you go back to that? The barbecue plate. Let's see. I also had the Andy Williams record. So we got Andy Williams, Days of Wine and Roses. This was $8 from 1963. Andy Williams. All right. We also had, and again, if you're interested in anything,
Oh,
just jump
hold
back
on,
and just say,
Jeff.
oh, yes,
Hold
can you
on.
show me the.
Hold on. You got a super fan.
Oh, Sharon, honey, thank you so much. Oh, Sharon, you guys are just so wonderful. I will definitely do that. I absolutely will. I absolutely will.
And Bill
Thank
sent
you, Sharon,
sent as
so
well.
much. I really appreciate that. I'm going to add that right with Bill's tape player. 25 from Sharon. Thank you so much, Sharon. That is so sweet of you. Thank you so much, honey. Oh, you're such a doll. And if you know what, if they already have a tape player, we're going to donate that $25 to the floor, even if it's just for something that they might need, whether it's supplies or something like that. I'll donate that $25 in your name. Okay. All right. We're going to do that. I think that'd be a really great thing. Yep. You guys are simply amazing. I just I can't even. I'm gonna start with the waterworks, so I don't want to keep going because I'm gonna start with the waterworks, and I don't want I don't want to do that to you. All right. Let me see here. I got the Miro cupcake holders. I still got those guys. I got two of those. So if you guys want to make cupcakes or your bran muffins, there you go. Fabulous. Those were $12. You get two of those made by Miro in that beautiful jadeite color. Those are still available. I still have the large Fenton, and this is Fenton, not Ellie Smith, the large Fenton leaf dish. It's huge. 11 and a quarter by 10 and a half inches, $28. I'll tell you what, we'll do a blue light special. We'll knock this down to
Oh,
$25.
all
I'm
right.
going to mark that
So,
down to 25 if anyone's interested in that.
all right, hold on, Jeff. So we have someone
Yep.
that Justine's interested in the cupcake tins, so she put a bid in for 12. So you want to do a
Okay. All
countdown
right.
on the cupcake tins?
Yeah, okay, Justine. Well, let's do the cupcake tins. All right, so we're gonna count these down. We're starting at $12 for Justine's got her bid in there. 10,
All right, hold on 1
9.
second. Wait, hold on. Sherry, hold on 1 second. We're gonna do the cupcake tins first, and then we'll do the Fenton dish, okay? All right, go ahead,
Yep,
Jeff.
we'll do the Fenton up next. We'll do the Fenton next.
We're just making it
Yep,
fair for
pull up on the
everyone.
Fenton dish, guys, and then we'll do that next, guys. All
All
right.
right, go ahead.
All right, so we're gonna count these down first. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. And nobody else jumped in, so these are going to go to Justine for $12.
Yep, confirming that.
Okay, so
Yeah,
let me
it's
just write
because
that down
wait.
before I forget. Hold on 1 sec, guys. So
Yeah,
Justine, thank you so much.
Yep. Yeah, because both the Sherrys were interested in the dish. I didn't want them to get confused with the other bid that
Yeah,
was
no,
going
no, no
on.
problem. No problem at all. All right, thank you, Justine. Those are coming to you, hon.
Oh, okay. And actually,
All right.
hold on 1 second, and then go back. It looks like Elena put a bid in that we didn't see for the Andy Williams record. So if you want
Oh,
to run
okay.
the Andy Williams record really quick for Elena, we'll make sure that's taken care of as well. So Elena,
All
if
right,
you want to throw
Elena.
your
So Elena's in for $8 on this one. Elena at $8. We have $8 bid on this. We're going to count this down for Andy Williams. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay. Yep. I see you in there, Elena, at 8. Okay, honey.
Okay, so
I'll
Elena
put
for
you in
8.
there. All right. Let me just write you down.
Yeah, Jeff, slow down a little bit because I want to make sure the YouTube catches up to us.
All right.
Okay, you all set on your end?
I'm good here. Yep. So
Okay, so
I think
let's.
the last item was the only thing that didn't sell was the Fenton. So we're gonna start
Yep.
this up next. So Chris, could you put a start in for 25 on this because we
So
lowered the price from 28 to 25, and this is a large
25 for
Fenton leaf
Fenton.
dish.
All right.
Fenton 25, and then when you
Okay.
guys can start putting your bids in, okay?
Good, everyone.
All right. So start 25 for Fenton, okay? And we're gonna count it down. Anybody who's interested, put your bids in now for the Fenton.
Yep. So I have
10.
Sherry.
No, we're gonna have, yeah, we'll have, yeah, they'll put their bids in now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So far we have Sherry in at 25, 5, 4, and we have Sherry Howard in at 26, 3, 2, 1. Fair warning and stop.
Okay, the stop is in. And we have Sherry
The
Craddock.
Sherrys are battling it out. The Sherrys
Sherry
are
Craddock
battling it out
for
for the
30.
Fenton. Sherry Craddock for 30. Okay, Sherry Craddock, thank you. And Sherry Howard, thank you so much for your bids. All right, Sherry Craddock, that's coming to you, honey. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. All right. It's beautiful. You're gonna love that. Let's see, Sherry. Okay. All right, that's coming to you, my dear. Okay, guys. So that's it. The only thing that's left was that little barbecue plate here. So if anybody is interested in that, just let me know. This was the last thing that I had left. I believe that was it, right? Let me double check. Yep, that was it. It's just that cute little barbecue plate with just a little tiny on the bottom. Somebody put their barbecue tongs down on it. And that's it, guys. All right, so I will keep you guys updated and I'll let you know when we donate this to the that local nursing home that Amy visits, and I'm sure those folks are really going to love this. And thank you, Bill, very much. I appreciate it. And
Sharon.
Sherry, thank you so much for your donation towards the tape player. Uh
Sharon.
I will Sharon rather. I will definitely I'm sorry?
No, I was laughing. I said Sharon.
Sharon, yeah. I will, we'll put some money towards a tape player. If they already have one, then we're just going to donate that money. I'm going to donate that money to the nursing home. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for my return. It's a return. Anybody know what that's from? It's from Sunset Boulevard. I hate that word. It's a return. You used to be big. I am big. It's the pictures that got small. Anyway, all right, guys. Well, thank you so very much for coming and joining me and Chris tonight during my first sail back from my hiatus of moving into a new home. I appreciate your support. Thank you all so much. Please take very good care of yourselves And I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. Next Sunday is what? Easter. The Easter Bunny's
Easter.
coming. Bless all of you who celebrate Easter. Um, yeah, I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. I hope hopefully it's a nice day. Hopefully we have some sun. And hopefully you get to spend it with your family and friends. And if you don't, remember you got one person right here who's thinking of you and saying prayers for you. Okay? And if you need anything, feel free to reach out to me. My email's right here. Well, I think it is. Oh, when am I bringing the red, white transfer items unwrapped the other day? Oh, Joan, I'm glad you mentioned that, my darling. Guess what I did? So I washed them, and one of the double handled soups, the cream soups, both handles broke off. So that
Uh-oh.
went in the trash.
Oh
I know.
no.
Uh-huh. Both, not one, but both handles. I had them in the wash and I'm washing them, and both of the handles just crumbled in my hand. So I only have one left, and I have two saucers, no, one saucer and two underplates for the cream soup. So when I find the teacups, I will reach out to you and I'll let you know. Okay? Who was it? Who was it again? Chris?
Joan
I just
Smith.
want to write her name down. Is Joan Smith. Okay. Joan, so I'm going to reach out to you when I find them. Joan Smith. And those were those the red and white, the bramble Wedgwood bramble. It's in one of them's in my trash barrel right now
Oh,
without handles.
oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, I was so upset. I wanted to tell you guys that. I'm so glad you brought that up, Joan. Thank you. So when I find it, when I find the teacups and everything, I'll let you know. Okay. I'll reach out to you, hun. I know, I was so upset. Tell me about bummer. Oh, you have no idea. I was so upset. And they just crumbled so much like somebody had already glued them together or something, and they just fell apart in the warm water. I don't know what happened there, but I was like, oh well. And then I'm like, well, maybe I can use them for something. I'm like, no, I just threw it away. It's in the garbage. So we got the underplates. So maybe I'll come across some more, but we'll find the teacups and
Oh,
we'll figure something out.
Jeff, Miss Jackie said that she'll pay for the shipping of the broken items if you send them. She makes jewelry from the pieces.
Do you really? Oh
Something
my
to consider.
goodness, no kidding. Oh, I'll ship it to you if you want. Yeah. I'll rinse it out and I'll ship it to you. You don't want the broken handles though, right? You just want the cup, the cup itself. Because I'm assuming you just use the colored edge on it, the little brambles. I can send them to you. Yeah, you bought something, so I'll send it to you. Don't worry about the shipping or anything. I'll just send you the broken piece if you want it, honey. Yeah, I'll send it
Yeah,
to you.
clearly someone
Yeah,
must have
let
glued
me
it
make a
on,
note.
and
I
and by
gotta
you
make all
soaking,
these notes, or else, what do I always say? My mind is a sieve. So
clearly someone must have glued it
hold on.
on, and by you soaking it, the glue came undone. So
Probably, I bet you. It wouldn't
at
surprise me, but
least you
those are
found
old
that
too.
out. At least you found that out before you sold
I
it.
gotta make sure, Chris, remind me to go down to down to the trash barrel and grab it out of there.
Okay.
And no, nothing nasty is on top of it, and I'll clean it before I send it. Don't worry. I didn't throw anything gross in there. I think there's only like some bounty paper towels because I wiped the counters down. I think that's the only thing that's on top of it. Send broken cup to Jackie. All right, darling, that's coming to you. I'll send that to you, honey. Yeah, I'll put that in with your Bryson Higgby, but I won't put it together with it. I'll wrap it up really good too. So it'll be in there with it. Well, that's great that you make jewelry and things out of it. That's awesome. I'm glad. See, again, you guys repurpose stuff. So you don't have to throw it away. I was thinking, I'm like, Jesus, can I do something with like can I do like a little planter or something? And I'm like, no. I'm like, so I was like, I'm just gonna throw it out and I'll just let them know about it tonight. And I forgot all about it. Randy, it's nothing old, unfortunately. A lot of you guys would go, but it's an IKEA. Um, like bookcase behind me, and I had bought this my other house in the condo that I had because I had a lot of books and I had to put in there, and I actually had all my jadeite. If you guys remember my jadeite situation, that my collection that I was telling you about, that was all in here as well. So that was all wrapped up. Chris's mom wrapped all that up for me beautifully, and I just brought this cabinet along with me, and I use it for storage, just up here for storage for now till I figure something else out on what I want to do up here in this my YouTube room. So, but thank you guys so much. Love all you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I know it's late. It's 10:14. You guys are probably tired, so I hope you have a great week. Um and yeah, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. And until then, if anybody's watching this after the fact and you're interested in that, shoot me an email. All right. Have a great week, everyone. Chris, thank you so much for all your help. I appreciate you as always.
You're welcome.
And good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
We'll see you in a
See you
couple of
in
weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Couple of weeks. Yep. Have a happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Happy
Gobble, gobble.
Easter. Gobble, gobble. Hop, hop, hop.
Bark, 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 bark.